This is personality.
You live on Facebook too?
Yeah.
I left my phone upstairs.
You want to go visit?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we have faith in that picture of some
The TV went off. But TV went off.
Oh, it might. No, it's be all right. Leave it. It'll come back on. It do that. Okay. Steph was good. How you, sweetheart? Yeah, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about the whole year. We here to recap the entire year. We're gonna talk about the wedding and how we felt after it. We're gonna talk about the year. We're gonna talk about our week in Atlantic City. Again, because we did that for the mini moon for the week before the wedding. And then we're gonna talk about our little anniversary tour we went on yesterday. And above all that, I got my guy Coop in the building. He's behind the camera, but he got some questions for us. You know what I mean?
But everything you just named is on my list. Man. That's how I know I didn't miss nothing. That's how I know I did good. Everything you just named, I'm like, check.
Julie, how you doing? Team Beast forever. Team Beast for life. How's my guys?
One question. At least one on there. Yeah, I've never.
He said he got one question for us that we've never thought about. All right.
And I know you would, bro. I know how you think. So I know if there's something you would have felt like this one, you're gonna laugh. Like, okay.
We're gonna see. Yo, Germ, man. I don't know, man. I'm old, man. I'm an old guy. I ain't really see nobody in there that I felt like was my age. Y'all old younger guys, man. Y'all go out there and call foul for nothing and all that and enjoy yourself, man. Y'all don't want me out there, man. But I see you working. Dope shit. But shit, nah, they don't want me out there, man. They want to call foul, fam. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even know what foul mean. You heard? So, yeah, nah, they don't want me out there. But keep busting their ass, man. I see what you're doing. I got Germ out there killing them. Got them crying, calling fouls. They call it, huh? Loyalty film? Nah. So, yeah, nah, I'm going to keep watching, man. You keep killing them. But let's be clear. I'm never ducking no smoke. I'm still me.
You like that?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, let that be understood as well. But
blue Hawaiian.
The little blue drink we had to rip the top off the little, would have the little top on it like this.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Mondo Madness Kool-Aid.
I'm a baddie today. You gotta relax back there. So yeah, she's back.
I'm back.
You know what I mean? See what's going on. Yeah. Coop talking about he got stuff we ain't never think about.
I just don't think it's a question that
we talk a lot.
I know, and I said that
we do a lot. So
all right, so where you want to start, my love?
Coop's not running this, or we running this, or how?
I mean, because everything that he went down the list of is pretty much what I had. So, I mean, I was going to start with the recap, the Atlantic City recap before we got to the tour. I definitely want to.
Keith was good. Keith, what's up?
That would be my first thing.
Good.
Atlantic City recap.
Atlantic City recap. So we went to Atlantic City because
we're starting traditions.
First and foremost, we do have a timeshare. So that we do have a timeshare in Atlantic City that we've been going to every summer. But the year we was getting married, we did start a marriage tradition of we made that week right before the wedding our mini moon. So we went out to Atlantic City for a week right before the wedding.
Which mini moon is an actual thing. I thought he made that up, but it is an actual term that you can like look up. And a mini moon is basically a before the wedding honeymoon. It's a thing. So the week before our wedding, I just felt like it was a good idea because weddings are a lot. They're stressful. It's a lot of planning and preparation. And then when you get down to that wire, it's so many things that have to be put into place. So I was like, let's take the week before.
Yeah.
To
it got
chill.
It got hectic, right? You know what I mean?
To chill, unwind, just enjoy each other, and we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So since we did it last year,
not to cut you off, but we didn't have no wedding planner. Like from y'all, I see y'all loving and liking the pictures and the videos and all of that. We appreciate it, but let's be clear, like we put that together. Every song, every decoration idea, who walked in with who, when, where, why, who performing, who coming, like the list of guests, like
the invitations.
I designed.
We printed out from Staples, like
let's be clear, like we was in here ourselves. We in here ourselves putting the wax stamp on envelopes and spraying them with some
had an
aroma
line going. I'm assembling, he's aroma in and wax sealing, and yeah, it was quite.
That's what it is.
It was quite the undertaking. So
yeah, it was definitely dope to have that week to kind of decompress before our big day. So we kept the tradition and we did it again this year. And even though it wasn't Wet and Pressure, I did have other things like the event at the MVP Arena. So it was still like a good time to just be away, relax, just me and her, no work, nobody, you know what I mean?
Like no interruptions. We really did a lot of, like, I feel like we kind of did minimal phone, like we didn't really do all of that. A lot of game show network. That's our thing.
Yeah. And most of the time when we even had our phones, we had our phones respectively, like both playing our little phones on our game. It still wasn't like contact with the rest of the world.
So
shout out to Raven. She says they planned their entire wedding. They completely understand the needing to relax.
Yeah, so it was a good. I definitely recommend to anyone.
Yeah, so we
good.
But yeah, so we went out there, like she said, we chilled on the boardwalk, listened to our music, ate some good food. Look, we played. Look, I got a funny story, right? So we sitting on the boardwalk. Now, normally on the boardwalk, we play a kind of like silent agreed upon game of
Yeah, we played a Is It Real or Not?
Yeah, we played the Is the Booty Real or Not game sitting on the board. He said I'm still in that. Yeah, we played the Is the Booty Real or Not game when we sitting on the boardwalk. Fake is winning big.
Fake is winning big.
Crazy. Oh, like, their ratio is outstanding. But I decided to play a different game this time. Right? I went a different direction. We sit on the boardwalk. I say, all right, babe, you ready for the game? She said, yeah. She thinking I'm going to the go-to. I pick out a random dude on the boardwalk and say, yeah, what's his line of work? What do you do for a living? So she like, she's so shocked it ain't the booty game that she confused
like
for a minute.
Me up. Like,
but you know, I'll be watching Impractical Jokers and shit like that. So in my mind, I'm like, all right. I asked her as soon as he got to that part of the fence. If he get to this part of the fence and she ain't answering, he get to where it's building again. She lose that round, right? It's over for her. So she like, I don't know. What kind of question is that? I was thinking it was going to be the booty question. I started scouring to see what. But right before he checked, she was like, and then I switched it halfway through because it was like 4 of them together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, matter of fact, You could tell they all work together. What do all of them do? Right before they pass the threshold, she was like, "Oh, they sell cars. They're car salesmen. Like they're here for who's stupid said the booty question. Like they here for some kind of car convention. They have those down here all the time. Like she had a whole. I'm like, oh, way to come through right before they got out the threshold, right? So then she asked me, white guy coming this way, good posture, you know what I mean? Strong legs, what he do? I'm like, oh, he a firefighter and he drive a pickup truck. She said he definitely drive a pickup truck, right? But the funny thing is, then we sitting there, I'm like, oh, look, that looks like a whole nother group of car salesmen. Yo, thank you, appreciate it. Then we start walking, and you seen the sign.
Yeah, it was like, because they have like the electronic signs on the boardwalk to kind of let you know of upcoming events and stuff. And it said like police officers convention for the next 2 days. So I'm like, oh, those guys were cops. And when I first seen them, I was gonna say cops.
Absolutely.
But I didn't want to be cliche. Like, like, oh, that's the only thing I could come up with is cops. Like, but I did feel like they probably cops.
It was a lot of shade faces.
Yeah, like, but now I know for sure they were definitely cops. And then
I had seen some earlier that I felt that way about. I'm like, once you see that sign, the 80% of the people out there turned to police once we saw the sign. Once we saw the sign, half the population out there turned to police. Like, there goes some more, babe. Look at them go. Then I'm like, yo, look. There go your people. So it was funny, man. But now we had a good time out there on the boardwalk. As always, we go to Kelsey and Kim's to enjoy their breakfast. And maybe 2 months in advance, we make a reservation at Kelsey's. So we had the Thursday night where they got the open mic and the young lady was singing, had the band behind her with the good food. So that's always a dope.
And pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they always have some form of live entertainment. And they always on point. Like, it's just amazing how many unsung talents there are in the world, because this girl, she was phenomenal. She could sing. She had a good personality. Like, she worked the crowd well. She worked the room well. She dedicated. She gave us our own song. She sang Anniversary.
Like, came to our table, like, singing to us. And let's be clear, she was an attractive young lady. Like,
she was. No. No, she was.
There's no disagreement.
No, there's no disagreement, but it was a lot going on.
So, she had like a blonde wig, like some blue eyeshadow, some long lashes. So,
cow print dress.
So my wife, when my wife whispered in my ear, what you say in my ear, babe?
What did I say?
She said, she an attractive girl despite all that clown shit.
Like, did not need any of it.
I'm like, it was damn, why you kill her like that, though?
She could have, like...
Yo,
it was...
She had to kill her like that, though.
It was buffoonery. It was a lot going on.
Said, despite all that clown shit. Yo, Marty, what's good? How you? Marty. Thank you. Yeah, she killed the girl, but nah, she was dope. Then the we playing the electric guitar. Mm-hmm. He could sing. He had a voice. He's singing in the background, and he did a couple songs.
And plus, their food is bomb. Like, their food dope. Food always hits.
Babe, you ate on the cornbread?
No, I'm just joking. Cornbread.
Yo, that cornbread platter. Woo, boy.
Yeah.
Yo, Team E Rich, I see
it's
you.
A thing.
Good.
It's a thing.
Yeah, the platter of cornbread. Look. Why are you sitting there? That's what. No. Pick your phone back up. Look it up right now. No, just look up the platter of cornbread from Kelsey's. Like, that is a thing.
It comes out hot.
They disrespectful because they bring butter to the table.
And you don't, like, what are you doing with butter? Like, you cannot get it any more buttery than it is.
I promise you, after it's done, they have to pour melted butter over it and then cover it with foil to let that boy.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Cornbread, delish.
Cornbread delicious. I normally get the ribs. I went a different direction for the first time this time, and I ended up getting the blackened salmon. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I got what I always get.
Yeah, she
I
got
always get the smothered pork chops, hit, but they also have turkey, non-pork, everything for people who don't eat pork. But I get the pork chops, smothered, black-eyed peas. I got cabbage. That was it.
So I used to always get the yams just because I'm a lifetime yam lover, but I don't like the yams. The yams is dirt. The yams taste like canned yams to me, respectfully. Like they're them bigger yams. They over like they oversaturated. Like there's no substance to them really. They take no thank you. But because I'm so used to loving yams, I was getting them.
He must have got them like 4 times.
Every time I get them, I take a bite and I'm like, oh.
But I remember this time, like, babe, don't get the yams.
Yeah, or the walking.
I don't want to hear it. Like, don't get the yams today.
So I got the mac and cheese, I got the collard greens, and I got an extra side of the rice and black-eyed peas. It was smack. But yeah, if you like real, put your foot in it. Yams, don't do it.
But Kelsey and Kim's, their second location, if you like real, put your foot in it grits. Do it.
Do it. Look, we sitting there. We just finished. We paying our bill. The family came and sat next to us, and the dude, he asked for home fries, and then he was like, maybe I'm gonna switch to the grits. And I was like, yo, I wasn't trying to be in your business or nothing. The grits is smack.
2 thumbs up for the grits. Gotta get the grits.
And it don't even matter. You could do American cheese, cheddar. I normally. Like,
you really don't need the cheese because they're creamy.
You don't need it. But I normally throw some of the scrambled eggs in because it come in a separate little bowl. I throw some egg in there. I chop up some of the sausage, throw some of that in there. Huh? Boy.
I usually get the whiting, like the fish fried breakfast with the fish and the grits and
Uh-oh. Who that? Somebody said, don't nobody make yams like us Thompsons. Uh-oh. Talk that talk like you know it. I don't know. You got to be family, though, talking like that.
I didn't know y'all was going on a tour. I only knew y'all was going to Atlantic City. So where else you going to deal with the Connecticut and then...
All right, time out. So we went to Atlantic City for the week, like we said. And, appreciate it, SB. We went to Atlantic City for the week, and we had to come back because I had the Alert Partnership All-Star Challenge at the MVP Arena on Saturday. So we came back and took. Oh, Didi, what up, love? That's my cousin. So we had to be back for Saturday. Did the event. Huge success, in my opinion. Certain things didn't go exactly how we visioned it, but we pivoted and made adjustments and called audibles. And I think 99% of the people left out of there happy, entertained, and looking forward to the next one. So that's a success to me. I think there was an abundant amount of positive engagement between community members and law enforcement, which ultimately was the goal. So no, I think that was a success.
Yeah.
I seen Pastor post that they had a count from the registration of about 2,000 kids.
For it to have been the first, it was absolutely a success. Because it can only, it's only going to get bigger from here, and it was, it was a good time.
And it was, listen, man.
Yeah, and once people start talking about all that they got and all that they were exposed to, for $0, oh, it's gonna, it's gonna be crazy.
And listen, we never try to highlight the negative, right? But there were doubters. There were people that wouldn't get on board. There were people that couldn't see this as something that was fathomable. So, with that being said, I think now that we showed that it's something we can realistically do, I think going forward, other people are now be less reluctant to jump on board, to support it, to sponsor, to donate. Shout out to all the news stations. They all came through. Shout out to Albany Housing. Shout out to Hood House of Hoops, the Red Bookshelf. MVP Arena, my guy Bob Belber, my guy Nate, shout out to them over there, and they whole staff did a wonderful job of housing us for the event.
Shout out to you.
Pop Campbell, Big G.
Shout out to my guy Pop. He came and hosted, and it kind of just got dropped in his lap. He came looking to help wherever he was needed, and he really ain't know what he was gonna be doing. And they asked him to do that. Like Batman was like, "Yo," Passive came and was like, "Yeah, Batman told me you a host," and he was like, and I was like, "Yo, I help you where I can." So that kind of got dropped in his lap. So shout out to him because he made that happen.
Shout out to Coach Beast.
Man, I do what I do, babe. You know what I mean? Listen, man. Listen. Coop, I don't gotta say too much because I think every day people are closer and closer to realizing the fact. And the fact is, no matter what you're doing, everything is better with Beast. Like, huh? Like everything I touch is better. And coming from somebody who, like I speak about often, I felt cursed at a certain time in my life, and I felt like everything I touched turned to shit. I felt like I was fumbling opportunities. I felt like there was relationships that I should have held on to, that I burnt bridges with. Like I felt like everything I touched turned to shit so much so that I didn't want to touch stuff. Right?
So how did this young lady help you with that?
I think she helped me partly because she from day one, she trusted me with her most prized possessions, and that was her sons. Like from day one, she trusted me with that. In a world where people don't trust us as men, especially as Black men. Like they don't trust us. No matter what your history is with them or people do not trust us, especially around their kids. So, that was the start of it. But in my mind, I know I've always been good with kids. I didn't really have a choice. Like I kind of had 3 kids before I had 3 kids, trying to help when I was around with my siblings. I got a lot of experience with kids through that way. And then I had little cousins, so I was changing diapers. I was doing hair, so I kind of had some experience. So I'm good with kids. But I know the world don't trust men around kids. So I listen. So that was part of it. Her just showing me that she trusted me with everything she had.
And you knowing him for so long, how do you think
How
do you think you helped him?
I don't know if they can hear you.
So you're saying me knowing him, how do I feel like I helped him?
You know what? I don't know that side of him. The only the side that I know of him is the better with Beast, the helpful, the community guy. Like he tells me all of these stories, but even sometimes it's still hard to it's hard to see.
Everything he tell you is true.
Oh, I believe all of it, but it's hard to see.
It is because I am the believing, persevering woman that I am. I just always knew from like our very first interaction that he was special. Like I always saw the potential. Like I always knew that he was capable. And I kind of always felt like, and I still feel like there's really not much. I feel like there's nothing he can't do. A lot of times I'll come to him like, "Oh, babe, you should do this." And he'll be like, "I don't even do that." I'm like, "But you can though. Like, I think you can. I think you can do it." Like it could be the most.
She be getting requests from her job. Like, yeah, I need somebody to do it. She's like, "My husband can do it." What?
My aunt thinks he can make anything. She come with her Christmas list. Like, "Oh, Mike, I need you to build me this." Like, when did he start building? But he really gives off the persona that he can do everything.
Like an hour ago, he just made me believe it.
Yeah.
Of what?
So, we kind of had to get here in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm.
And his driving skills, they're a lot better than...
She was talking, right?
They're a lot better than I thought. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they're a lot better than I thought. I did one of these a couple times, and bro was right behind me. I put my foot down a couple times. He was right behind me. We was doing the speed limit. But bro proved to me that he could drive. So I agree with
well, he get that from me too then.
I do agree that he probably do anything he puts his mind to. I was like, oh, okay.
And you know what? I think that is what she said is a testament to just in general. I've always really had the ability to learn things by watching. Like I can see things. So absolutely, Like sitting in the passenger seat, watching her drive, watching her check her mirrors, watching her know when she could get over, know what spaces she can get through. Like it helped me a lot because it's certain things like even it's still certain things I'm not gonna try. Like I'm never gonna be dangerous. I'm never squeezing through no tight spots. I'm never chancing it ever. You know what I mean? Because it's never that serious. But nah, like, but she's never been in the passenger seat with me driving. She just been to the scene of aftermath of the 2 accidents I got into. But she's never been in the passenger seat with me.
And to be honest, I really chalked it up to inexperience. Like it's an experience thing. Like I would probably be like, oh, he can't drive. But when I started driving, I couldn't drive either. You know how much stuff I hit, like how many mirrors I knocked off. That's driving is one of those things that comes with experience. And because of him growing up in the city and not needing to drive and doing public transportation, I know that it's an adjustment. You know how many troopers get on our job from New York City and they get their license to go into the academy and cannot drive? Like it's a thing. Like driving is just something that comes with experience and maturity. Like, and so like I never, so that's
so
that.
Here's something funny, cool. Huh?
I said, no, it was just impressive.
Appreciate it. But here's something funny. I didn't know it was you until you came behind me on the Crumkill exit. Like when I got over to get on the Crumkill exit and you came over, that's when I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. I didn't know who it was. It was just somebody driving. At one point, he got in front of me. Like I seen him come from the side of me. He got in front of me. But also, I got food following me. So I'm checking my mirrors to, you know what I'm saying, find food, because food was like, I'm going to follow you. I don't know if he come the highway way, if he come back streets to get here. So I'm also making sure that I'm not leaving food with none of my movements. Yeah, so I didn't even know it was you at a minute. I seen you moving. I'm like, oh, who this? All right.
See, I've been stealing my mom's car since I was 13. Now, back to Yano. So, off of the recap of the weekend, there's some questions. What, if any, are there any differences between now and before marriage?
Between us, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there are any big differences between us.
There's no big differences like between us relationship wise. I do feel like within myself, like still getting used to the idea of being married. Like, and we were always committed, but like, I don't know. I feel like actually being married is different.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
even today, I was at the doctor's and they're asking me like, next to kin, are you married? I was like, oh yeah, I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still very much an adjustment. That part of it for me. Like, I'm still getting used to like, my name is Bobby Alexander. Like, I'm still getting used, you know what I mean?
Me too.
So,
yeah, I get that. But nah, like between us, like our interactions or openness or intimacy, nah, I don't feel like it's different. Like I said, for the outside world, like, yeah, it just feels different talking to other people about it. You know what I mean?
Saying my wife.
Yeah. Because let's be clear, like the world will tell you, I've been saying my wife. I've been saying that so much so that when we announced that we was getting married, there was a population of people that thought we was married already because that's how we carried it. Meanwhile, they know we fly as hell, and if we was married, they would have seen some pictures, some videos of something. So I still know what we just eloped.
Okay, so if there's no real differences between before marriage and now, is there a difference or the first 90 days of the marriage and the last 90 days of the first year? Like, were y'all still on the high in the first 90 days? But again, because you're saying like there's no difference. So was there a high still like in the first? You're a woman, so it might be a little bit different for you. So like, was there a high in the first 90 days? First,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
If you made a face, I don't know
because he said you're a woman. Like,
so you probably it might have been like more of a high.
You don't know you was nigga number one.
You might have more emotions. It might be a natural because when women get married, that's like something that y'all dream about. We talk about all the time. Like men don't necessarily dream about that. We may want it, but it's not something we grow up dreaming about. Women, that's like y'all big day. That's y'all. That's the pinnacle for y'all. So,
well, she beat me to it. It was her second time getting married. It was my first, but it was her second. This was gonna be your last. Also.
This was gonna be my last.
So,
because you ain't even take that other nigga for a name. You did some bullshit with that other nigga.
But yes, say what you was gonna say.
Did he start snoring in the last 90 days, or he didn't snore in the first night?
No, we snore together. And it's loud, and we already know. It's basically just
it is funny because we go places and make sure we don't fall all the way to sleep because we know we're gonna snore people out the building. We get the orchestra going.
Yeah, but as long as we have a rule, like as long as you don't snore in my ear. Yeah. So like if he happen to be turning this way.
Simple double tap.
Just a tap, this tap, then you roll over. He tapped me.
Same thing, take it like an Instagram picture. That's all it takes. Instagram like.
So you snore at your wall, I snore at my wall. I think we good as long as it's not in each other's ear.
That was fun.
What I was gonna say, and I've never heard anyone speak on this, right? And it's something that came to me just through conversation with her, and we've never really delved into it. You asked about an up after the marriage. It was actually a down, right? And again, not us. Listen. It was a down right after the marriage because there's so much buildup and anticipation and planning and everything going into that day. And it's like that day happens and it's like a drop off. Like, now what do we do? Like, now what? Damn, it's done. It's over. Damn. Yeah. It's like
it goes so fast.
Like so much so that what she did to get through it was she jumped right into helping Paris plan her wedding because it was coming up not too long after that. So she kind of stayed in I'm still in planning mode. She calling
like what you doing today? What you got planned? What's the plans? What's on your itinerary?
Because it was so much work and build up in the process of getting there that it's just a drop off. Now it's no more wedding stuff. You don't even talk about wedding no more. Wedding done. We just got a living room full of stuff that we done bought instead of renting. And there's no more weddings. Like, let's be clear. Look around. Wedding stuff. Like, this is all stuff that we still got sitting around the house from the wedding. And we just, you know what, baby? We're going to incorporate it into our show once we do our show because it's still all true to us. It's still all what we're about.
We got a smoke machine.
Yeah, we got the smoke machine.
If you ever need some smoke for any reason, got you. I got 200 clear chargers because I had to have beaded chargers and they didn't have beaded chargers. So I have 200 clear chargers. If anyone wants to use those, like, like we just, And
now I'll be getting married soon, so I'll come and get.
That was the thing. It was a drop off. But it's like any big event that you plan, like even with this MVP arena event, like we've been having meetings with the DEA and the FBI and all of that for months and months and meetings with Bob Belber, and then it's happened and then it's over. Now I ain't talked to them in 2 days. They ain't get no emails from Pastor Dave, nothing. Like,
yeah. I got one more question before I get into some of my more funnier stuff. But how important is marriage today, especially like in the Black community? Because like a lot of people today don't believe in marriage no more. They don't want to get married. A lot of us didn't see it growing up. Like the conversation we was just having, like a lot of us didn't see it growing up. It's not something that is necessarily normalized. So how important is it today? Or do y'all feel it's important?
Okay, so for me, and I don't know if this is a shared sentiment, but marriage is important, and that's coming from a place where I was married once, it didn't go well, came off of that kind of bitter to the marriage experience. I had sworn that I was never getting married again. We had agreed we weren't getting married, and that was fine. Because, like you said, women want the wedding. I did it twice. Big extravaganzas, expensive extravaganzas. I did it twice. So I was good on that part. But you know what? When it really kind of resonated with me, even with me and him, even when I knew that we had already agreed that we weren't getting married, I just started thinking like in terms of future planning and stuff like that. Like, let's just say, like, you know, God forbid I drop dead tomorrow. You know, but him not being my husband, you know, like, it makes a difference when it comes to those type of things. If one of us were to fall deathly ill, like, it's the spouse that gets to determine what happens. It's the spouse that gets to call the shots. It's the spouse that, you know what I mean? And I would, you know, like to think that my family knows his place in my life and they wouldn't try to do that, but you don't know. Like, my mother come in like, oh, that's my baby and you ain't pulling no plug. Whereas me and him had a discussion and I told him, like, listen, at this point, this is what I want. These are my wishes. Like, you know, you're my husband, you know, like, that's when it matters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's already told me he don't want to be buried. He wants to be cremated. You know,
I know
I know, you know what I mean? And his family's very religious. They may not want that. They probably, but I'm going to do what he wants me to do. And as his wife,
like, she know that I'm doing my own eulogy video that I want to be
like,
played at the ceremony.
I have all, you know what I mean? Like, those type of things matter when it comes to, like, real life finite experiences. Like, when it comes to, like, owning houses, you know what I mean? Like, those type of things, marriage solidifies things. Even something as simple as health insurance. You know what I mean? Like, I could do a family plan and carry you for free. If we ain't married, then it's going to be your single. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all those little. I mean, it's
things that sometimes you don't even think about.
Things that you don't think about. Like,
and honestly, us.
But I have seen some terrible endings for couples who's pledged their lives to each other, weren't married, and then at the 11th hour, now the family comes in and just ousts this person who, you know, they said it was the person who was with you the whole time, the person who, you know, you spent your life with. So,
and it was a conversation like this that made me, without even speaking to it, like, she didn't know I was going to propose. Like she said, we had agreed that we was good how we was. But just, we had conversations like this, and I just kind of, like, thought on them on my own, went through it, and, like, left that.
Tori, I'm not trying to be nobody's special friend in the obituary. Fact. Like, what?
No. Yes, that's a fact. Yeah. That is a fact, though.
Yeah.
Who said, coming up with that, this is a food question. You know y'all a little better than me. He said, if y'all had to bet, who's gonna need a diaper change first?
Is.
Why? Do you agree?
Probably.
Yeah, he done played sports and all that. Bad knees. He must sit down.
Yeah, like, I can see my body failing me first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down.
But I don't know. Maybe not, because I do stay active.
I mean, he's very healthy.
You know, but I know I eat terribly. I still don't sleep right. Like,
play basketball aggressively.
Yeah. I don't really play that much no more.
What do you do?
Yeah. That's what I was telling Jerm earlier. He over there, he got the dog shit league in his driveway. And he done beat DJ, Ern, and Deo.
Oh, I saw them on live.
Yeah.
It's Germ?
Loyalty.
Oh,
Films.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
He
thought.
said he came on early on the live and was like, "Yo, Beats, they said you might qualify for the dog shit league." I'm like, "Yo, y'all don't want this. Y'all want to smoke. Y'all over there calling fake travels and fouls on each other."
So, not dating back to the beginning of your relationship, but since y'all been married, just the last year, what's the best laugh y'all had that y'all shoot?
Oh shit.
The best laugh that y'all can share.
No, it's crazy.
But the best laugh that you can share. It might be something
like we laugh so much.
We
like,
laugh.
you want to know
so
what's funny, right?
That's what made me think of.
You know what's funny? Like
what's some, or
people
maybe
think
what's some of your favorite
anything moments? Because I'm the worst person in the world, Coop. Like, and it's funny that like my man Chris always think I'm rubbing off on her, not knowing that she got her own. But like, bro, like I'm funny at a funeral. Like, I'm like, rest in peace to my mother forever that. But I'm in the funeral, like walking around, we still laughing. I'm telling jokes, we saying look like so we laugh all the time.
No, we have some good ones too. I wish I could think of something off the top of my head because
it be so spontaneous.
In the last
it be so
week, and I'm talking
here.
like stomach hurting, can't breathe, blackout. Like we have some good laughs.
But a lot of times it be most of the time it would be so small to somebody else if we told it, but it's us, right? So I don't want to say no. I'm gonna say right. Again, there's a plethora of people who, especially in the beginning of our union, especially people who may not have known our whole history, right? That thought this was all for the book, that thought it was all a show, that we was faking like turkey bacon, right? And low key, I think my grandmother was one of them, right? Because she's seen me play with women throughout life. Margaret was good.
At least her doubt wasn't him.
Huh?
At least her doubt.
No, absolutely. And then for them to know what she did for a living, they definitely felt like, oh yeah, I'm his head trying to get to her money and trying to use her and abuse her, and I'm lying and I'm cheating and I'm doing this and that. And this is what I think they thinking. Now they're not saying this to me. This is just a feeling I get. But in coming to the wedding, one of the things that my grandmother said after when she texted me, she said, "Now, like I really see the love between y'all because I was watching y'all, and I see like even in the midst of everything happening, y'all still share y'all little smiles and laughs and have y'all moments with each other. So yeah, like everywhere, anywhere, something funny." Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't even pinpoint anything.
Yeah, I'll try to keep thinking about that and come back with something because I know.
And we still keeping within the last year of marriage. What's the biggest debate y'all had? Like, what's something that y'all debate over? He's a great debater. He's good at it.
I'm good at it. I don't really like to debate. I actually hate to debate. Yo, Zeke was good, family. I absolutely hate to debate. I love to build. I feel like when people debate and they not listening. I feel like when people are debating, they're just trying to stand on their point no matter what. So you can say the most truthful, enlightening thing, and they're still gonna put their blockers up because they're in defense mode. And then so I don't like debating. I like building. Now that's my guy Wale Coop. I co-host with him on everything. You can catch him on his show, Sensitivity So Separately. That's on YouTube. But yeah, that's my guy Wale Coop.
And for me, I very much have moved past my debating stage. And there was a time in my life when like I had to be right and I had to be the smartest person in the room and I had to like know everything and argue with people. And I'm not a builder. I'm a debater. I'm an arguer. I'm getting mad. Like, I'm not talking to you afterwards. Like, that was me. I think I'm better now because I'm at a place in my life where I know what I know. I don't need you to validate it. I'm willing to listen to what you got to say. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't, it don't. I'm not going back and forth with you because again, I don't need any sort of outside validation for me to know what I know. You know what I mean? I might try to like, I don't think you're right. I think it's this, but I'm not doing a lot of back and forth. He and I don't really do a lot. Like I kind of just
Our biggest debates come off for like
it could be something small.
Watching TV.
That's really what I was getting at. Maybe if you're watching
TV, but
like
it don't be
watching TV.
But again, it still be building.
And it is building. Like I think one that is like a reoccurring is the Love Jones debate. Like who was wrong, Nia or Lorraine?
That's not a debate. That's just you want to have women power and I respect it. But we know Nina was wrong. Period.
I knew there was something. I just knew there was. I knew there was something small.
She can't make no logic of why Nina was correct. There's no logical nothing. Like nothing you can string together logically. She was dead wrong from the beginning. First of all, she was listening to her friend that she might not remember, but I remember she was in Jason Leary's getting sexed on the garbage can.
Let's see where the jumping movie.
Yeah. Because she ain't never had a good relationship, the actress, and nothing she was in.
Carried in every movie she been in.
Yeah. So she giving bad advice. Shorty gonna take the bad advice, go home playing games with a nigga that done gave her everything, the key to the crib, all of that. We spend it every day together. We doing photo shoots in the rain with puppy. We having a wonderful time. You let this chick with no man talk you into coming here and play games about some dude that already violated you. So you run off to New York with him. Then you come back, see me in the music store talking to a chick and gonna get so mad that you go dating my homeboy and then gonna come to a house party that you know I might be at? Nah, we not doing it.
I'm not here to debate.
Look. She ain't got to debate. Long as she don't do it. All right. Just know that no better than to do it. Let's go.
I've thought about this question for a very
long time. That's my guy Z.
I've thought about this question for a very long time. So it's a 2-part question. Well, technically 3 parts.
See? Wait, hold on.
Zeke said, I remember Bobby when we was a youngin', saying y'all first started dating. I knew it was real. Took the door. It should be open. If he is. Unless he was saying something else. Yo, Maga was good, man. I was imagining things.
No, I hear somebody else coming, right?
There's somebody else coming, right? I didn't see it. They wasn't there, but I thought I saw lights turning off behind my car.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So it's a 3-part question.
Oh God.
I don't think I ever thought about this.
Okay.
Yeah, thinkers, but I don't know if I thought about this. So if you had to describe him and if you had to describe her as using an ice cream flavor, whether Stewart's, Baskin Robbins, Ben and Jerry's, how would you describe him using an ice cream flavor, and how would you describe her using ice cream flavor, and then your relationship as a whole?
You go first?
I can. You want to go first?
No, you can.
Do you have something? Okay. If I was going to do him, I would probably say like a chocolate chip cookie dough. And I would say chocolate chip cookie dough. There's a lot going on. while I have an extreme love and fond heart for my husband, I don't want chocolate chip cookie dough. There's a lot going on. It's very complicated. I'm used to him. It's an acquired taste. I think I started eating chocolate chip cookie dough when I was young. So like I like it, his particular brand. But then I decided as I got older, I'm not doing this. But because he was an old favorite, I go back to it. But and I went back to it.
Keep it in the freezer all the time.
So, let's just say he's Haagen-Dazs, chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm not picking up no Stewart's. I don't care about your Breyers. Like, I'm going to stick with this Haagen-Dazs cookie dough, and that's the extent of my cookie dough eating because it's a lot. You got like the doughy pieces that are going to pop up. They're soft and mushy. That's his emotional side. Then you got the chocolate chips that are going to come. They're hard and crunchy. That's when he's doing his beast thing. Then you got the ice cream itself that's smooth, and he's smooth, and he's this and this. So, yeah.
That's so right.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, that's so right, though. That's why I'm laughing, because I know every part she about. That's great. That's why I love this question. Look, I'm still in that question. I'm telling you, it's a great question to ask people when you go out on a first date. It's a great question to ask somebody. But you ask them, how would you describe yourself?
As
it's a great it's a great question.
So it's funny because my ice cream description of her is her fantasy ice cream.
I know what it is.
So her favorite ice cream is
it's not her favorite because it doesn't really exist. It's her fantasy ice cream.
That's cheating.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
all right. I know what the flavor is. I know what my fantasy ice cream is. You want me to say what it is and then you can tell me why? Because I don't know why you picked that for me, but I know what it is.
I don't know why you don't know why.
It is butter pecan with no pecans. I love the taste of the ice cream, but I do not like them pecans. I'll be spitting them out, like sucking all the ice cream off, spitting them out. I make a mess. It's crazy. They should make butter pecan ice cream with no pecans. Why am I butter pecan with no pecans?
What's your favorite cookie?
Oatmeal raisin with no raisins. 75? I just
75? Like, what are you talking
about?
Like,
listen.
Yes, I do.
See? So listen. So listen, right?
You got water left?
Yeah.
Love ginger snaps. The hard one too.
So listen. It's just that. Like, she's so smooth and soft and easygoing and give you the shirt off her back, hate to say no. But some of her hate to say no is her hating to hear no. She wants shit a certain way, and that way is her way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not only is her favorite cookie oatmeal raisin cookies with no raisin, which could be shortly said, just say it, oatmeal cookies. You better not. So not only do she want it her way, she needs you to say it her way. So she's very, very matter-of-factly, like, you know what I mean? But it also leaves no room for guessing. Like, I don't really got to guess too much. You know what I mean? It's like she's very expressive with what she want and how she want things. And yeah. Oh, man. Butter pecan ice cream with no pecans.
Like that. Who has the best butter pecan?
Stewart's.
I knew you was gonna say that. Why everybody says that?
Because it's true. If everyone's saying it to you, it could be because that's what it is.
That's everybody.
I like peanut butter and jelly with no butter.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Oatmeal raisin with no raisins.
Yeah.
Oatmeal cookie.
Yeah. So nah. No.
No.
Feel me? Nah.
Because there's a difference.
She say there's a difference. And her difference is, so I make them, right? I make oatmeal raisin cookies with no raisins. Which would sound like I don't know. But she says that it's different because she said normally it's the moisture in the raisins that give the cookie its soft texture. And a lot of times when you just go get an oatmeal cookie, it's a little harder, a little drier, a little tougher. So the fact that I can make an oatmeal cookie that's still moist and chewy, like what you're accustomed to when you get the raisin joint. So, but because I'm so my brain does correlation with stuff. Like, so how she say I'm a lot, she's actually easy to deal with. She's easy to deal with because I'm good at adjusting. I'm good at tweaking stuff. I'm good at changing this recipe to my own thing. Like, because it came from a place of necessity where I had to do it like that. I didn't have raisins. You heard?
Yeah.
This
girl, 700 flavors.
That comes sick.
All right.
That's my guy from Slovenia. Shout out to my guy Max, man. Music artist, sent us music over to Spin the Block Music Review.
Dope artist.
And look, that's exactly what he told us. He's like, I'm from where Luca from. I'm like, oh, you knew some black people was gonna know some basketball shit.
Knew that. Where was your first date ever?
Do you know the answer?
You want to say it on camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where we went?
Where we went?
Sure, remember.
No, don't.
Who?
Where we went?
The Sand Park.
Oh.
I'm leaving that thing. I'm gonna have fun with real tonight. I'm making real tonight.
That's what you gonna go with for our first date?
Where we went? We ain't date.
We really didn't date.
We didn't date. You know what we did though? I'm not gonna hold you. We didn't date, but what we did was we was in that era where we used to sit and talk on the phone for hours. Oh, yeah. We was in the era of falling asleep on the phone. You hang up. Yeah, we was in that era, so we talked on the phone a lot before we even started meeting up and hooking up and all of that. So much so that we talking on the phone all the time. Meanwhile,
you better not. That's what you gonna do on the anniversary special.
All right.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you rock.
Because now you gonna make it feel like I have something to hide or be ashamed of.
No, you don't. We know about it. Clearly, I know about it.
All right, go ahead.
No. Oh, she's but yeah, so.
No. Tell the story.
So police raided our crib, right? When I lived on the corner of Larkadane, the police hit the crib and made sure they fucked the crib up. Like they broke the toilet, like they wowed the whole crib out so that we couldn't even stay there. So my cousin hit our homeboy up and asked if we stayed in for a little while. The homeboy, people said yeah, so we moved in there. People don't know this. This ain't something like we all still, you know what I mean, outside and around, but we ain't announcing that we staying broke for it, you know. So she ain't know. And I'm a little older than them, so I'm out of school. They all still in school, and she in the school playing all of that. She was testing out her acting skills and pursuing a possible acting career. What?
Go ahead.
They end up kissing homeboy that I'm staying with, but he know that I speak to her on the phone all the time because I'm at his crib. But he know it ain't my girl, and he see other women, so he ain't. You know what I mean? And you know, at the end of the day, I ain't kissed her yet. So, you know, I couldn't
How
take
much
no
claim
claim
you-
on
how
it. You know what I mean? I'm
much
gonna claim
claim
I
you
got
got?
her. You got there first. You won the race.
And then, because he don't stake no claim, you know, he ain't never kissed me. But what you did?
See if you was gonna lie. And we ain't gotta call you on three-way. We in the same house. Yo, pick up the other line, fam. See what she say. What you mean?
Yeah, that's back then.
Yeah, we in the
cell
same house.
phones, one-
You already know we in the same crib.
And I feel like
Yeah, sneaky
he
deaky.
called me.
Yes.
He called me, and I'm talking to him.
Or romantic you like.
Oh, you called?
No, the
Oh,
other
okay.
guy
Bro
called
called.
me.
And that's still
So-
a bro. Bro was at the wedding and all that. That's a
So
bro.
he calls me. We on the phone. Then all of a sudden, I hear like a word, and I know the other voice. I'm like,
T, you can't save it,
And-
T. Sierra. T, you can't save it, T.
and I'm like, I know the other voice, so I'm like, and I feel like it was like a quick hang up. I don't know if you hung up on me or whatever the case may be. It's so funny because my little cousin Stephanie was there at the time. She's a good bit younger than me, but she used to like love being in all my like teenage business. So she was like, "What happened? What happened?" I was like, "Girl, I was just talking to such and such, and Mike was on the phone too." She was like, "Girl, how you do that?" And she like, I'm probably like 15, 16. She like 10. She's like, "Girl, how you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yo, the 10-year-old like, yo, what?
Yeah.
She know you now.
Yeah.
Baby know you bugging out.
So I don't really know what the comeback was from that. I don't know how we.
Oh, we been, nigga, what?
I think it was a
You
slow,
like, you like me more.
but it was a slow crawl to the comeback. But I
Nah,
ended up moving from there, and we still was talking on the phone. And then you ended up coming to see me out in Norfolk.
Yeah.
We're gonna get right past that.
Yeah.
Question for you, Bobby. More. I was the first time I recorded. Well, Stephen speaks. Right on the screen. Dream date. If you had the money, no expense doesn't matter. It would be a dream date. If it's 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, it will be a dream date.
Money, no expense. At some point, there's a sandals resort in Jamaica with the overwater bungalow. If I could go anywhere with him for, like a long weekend, it would be that. It would be that. With that being said, he's very thoughtful when it comes to dates and when it comes to like him like setting the mood and like and it's like
but we taking him all the way out.
We taking him all the way out. But if
you.
it was just me, money no expense, we could go wherever I wanted to go. That's what it would be.
I say this, I'm trying to. That's really hard. That's why I didn't ask him because his shit is gonna be. I want to be in the park under the moon looking at y'all.
There, but not a. I mean, it's messing up my dream day with your beach shit. It is. I mean, there is a beach, but we don't have to go to the beach.
That's why I said his shit gonna be like walking in the park, just looking in your eyes under the moon. Like I don't know. Go. Go.
Me go?
Yes.
I don't really have one. My dream dates, we've done them. Like she said, my dream dates is all about me and her. Like I don't care where we at. Like I don't care what we eating. Me and her anywhere in the world together. It's already more than I ever dreamed of because I thought I was gonna be by myself. So so It's funny. How many years ago was that? I saw it. This was in your memory.
It was in the memories. Yeah. It was during the pandemic.
Yes, right before it.
No, it was during it. It was during it.
But stuff was still open because we could have went there.
Yeah, but it'd be like it was like when stuff was open, but you had to go and wear masks and sit social distance. It was definitely in the pandemic.
So she called me from work, right? Or text me. And asked me if I wanted to go to Delmonico's, go out to eat for our anniversary. And at first I said yeah. And then I changed my mind. I'm like, yo, you know, babe, I think it'd be better if you just go pick it up and bring it home. Give me chill and just eat. Because I'm not really an eat out person anyway.
And that's the backstory. Like I'm an eat out person and he's not.
So I do it for her.
He prefers takeout all day. I prefer being in a restaurant. Yeah. So that's like
for a couple things. Like one, I don't really need nobody serving me. Like I don't need that. Two, I don't really like. I'm on security, so I'm eating, but I'm also scouring the room. I'm watching everything. I can tell you who in here, who got up, who did, right? So it's definitely just more comfortable, relaxing, kick my feet up, take my shoes on, unbuckle my belt, eat, you know what I mean? So yeah, I switch, I call the audible and I switched to her bringing the food home. I knew she was pissed.
I was pissed. Because it's like, that ain't special anniversary outing. That's getting takeout and bringing it home. It's like, and it's the pandemic, so we not really getting out that much. So it's like, this is like a little outing, whatever. He talking about some take home. So I'm pissed. I'm at work. Like one of my good friends, she worked with me. I'm talking shit to her. Like, girl, this is some bullshit. I don't even want to. I'm going off. I call my best friend. Like, girl, listen to this stupid shit. Like, da 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 da. But I didn't say it to him. But I was pissed. But I did. Like, I went and got the takeout, and then that too. Like, it's still a long takeout line because it's still the pandemic. Like, so it was just a whole thing. But I got the takeout. I bring it home. Reluctantly, not happily. And
it was also Shark Week.
Was it also Shark Week?
I believe that's what your post said. Because you said you turned into a
maniac. We definitely gonna be in the house watching Shark Week.
Yeah. So
something gonna be in the house watching Shark Week. Sorry.
No. That's not what my Shark Week reference is.
Oh, it's when you're on your period. They call it Shark
Blood
Week.
in the water. I call it Shark Week.
So I come in the house. I come in the house, and he had like, because
did I meet you at the door?
You might have met me at the
door because
this is Sheridan Ave.
Yes, I think
so Sheridan Ave, it's a 2-family house. We lived upstairs, downstairs, which is an empty. Downstairs, the apartment was
fire. So
we live in a 2-family house. So we live upstairs and the downstairs is vacant. Nobody lives downstairs. So you meet me at the door and bring me downstairs to the empty apartment that he's like transformed into like our special restaurant. He's got a little table for 2 set up. There's candlelight. He done switched out the light bulbs. The light bulbs is red. He bought like a TV down there and made a slideshow of us, and he made a playlist. And I could tell that he like made the playlist because all the songs was like sentimental. What else? He had like printed out photos that he had all over the place, and like, yeah, it was very, very thoughtful, very well done. No, it was nice. I almost cried, and I'm not a crier. I might have shed a tear, maybe one.
Because you was just sitting across the table, just looking at me, still in kind of like disbelief.
Yeah, that was a good one. So.
And guess what? Not only did we have Delmonico's, what you have for dessert, my love?
oatmeal raisin with no raisins.
I baked some cookies. You know what I mean? And to me, that was perfect. That's all I need. Like,
No, it was perfect. It was
I
perfect.
don't need sandals or slippers and none of that shit.
Okay. Off of that question, I mean, I've been doing great at transition. This is a full one, but it does transition great too. So, what's one thing that y'all wish the other person did or would do that they would never do, and you cool with them? Like, you cool with them not ever doing it, but if they could just do it one time, like, you know they'll never do it. Like, but they'll do it one time.
You got something? I think I'm pretty much down for whatever.
Yeah. I'm the one that don't do shit.
Yeah.
So this is probably a much better question for you to answer.
So
Because you already see she's trying to get me on the beach. No, thank you.
yeah, like you don't want to be on the sand, you don't the beach, which I'm okay with that. I guess if it was one thing, because on my bucket list, and it's gonna happen probably in the next year or two. I want to go to Disney World. I want to go Disney World / the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, like because those are my faves. I've never been to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I haven't been to Disney World since I was a child. So like, I really want to go. Like, I want to go and like go all out. Oh, I'm gonna spend some time planning this. This might be wedding mode type planning. I want to have the full experience, and I know a lot of that includes like rides and stuff. He's not really a rider. Like he don't like heights and all that kind of stuff. I think so. If I could get him to like get into Disney World and get on some rides.
Now let's be clear. Half of it is true. Like, because I'm into Disney. So I don't mind Disney World, but I don't like rides. And when I say I don't like rides, I don't like heights. So I've never been on a roller coaster. I've never been on a Ferris wheel. I don't like heights. I don't mind fast stuff. We can get on fast stuff, but all that flipping me over and I'm good on that.
From what I hear, they're like interactive. So it's not like you're on a roller coaster per se. You're like in a universe.
And I might be able to do that if I'm not looking at the ground.
I don't think there's anything where you're like looking at the ground. Like,
with fake stuff popping out at us on the screens. I could do that. I'm not against that. I just don't like heights. And that's her thing. She like going on the most scariest ride in the park to prove to herself she ain't scared.
The King of Cobb.
Yeah, I've been in shootouts. I don't need to. I don't care about no roller coaster.
Upside down, and I'm good.
Yeah, I've been in enough scary situations that I made it out of that. I don't got nothing to prove about not being scared. So I'm good on that.
All right. I got a few more questions.
But even like planes, I ain't really fuck with planes. I ain't really care to travel like that. You got me on planes. You got me on cruise ships and shit. Relax.
Growth. What is the next year hold? When we do this, when we do this again next year.
When we do this again next year, they're not gonna want to watch it because it's gonna be more of the same shit.
Oh, no, it ain't. Like, give me a whole year worth of questions.
You're gonna have different questions. But if you ask those different questions right now, you're gonna get the same answer you're gonna get next year when you ask the different questions. Because one of my things is consistency. Like you see, we be making traditions. So when we come here next year, we're gonna be talking about what we did in Atlantic City for the week. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, like you're gonna hear more of the same stuff or different stuff. But I'm all about consistency. And I'm at the most consistent point in my life and the most sure point in my life ever. To where outside of losing my life or something tragic happen, I know where I'm gonna be next year. Sitting here talking to you. You heard? So more of this.
I would say I think we're still gonna be us. We still gonna be who we are. But you never know what time brings. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, ask us in a year. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the same. I'm gonna say ask us in a year. That's how I feel.
Better question. This requires 5-year plan. Not what the next 5 years look like, but 5 years from now, what would be the plan? You retired, son moved out, whatever the case may be. What's the 5 year? What does it look like?
Yeah, 5-year plan.
Yeah. I know he don't think that far, so I'm saying that too. He's a very in the moment type of person.
Yeah. So 5-year plan. I will absolutely be retired. Son's moved out. Hopefully, I mean, and he doesn't have to. Don't bother me. Bother you. So yeah.
He's here now.
He's here now. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. He'll be here every day. So one thing that I kind of asked him about briefly, we talked about, I don't know if you remember, is possibly moving. And when I say moving, I'm thinking moving out of New York State. Only because like then we're talking like retirement, fixed income, and your money goes farther other places. It just does. Like, you know, I started looking into what states tax pensions and tax incomes versus which states don't. And I mean, it just kind of depends on where we're at with life and what's going on. Like, I don't know if I could leave my mother. She had like some health issues last year. She's better now, but you know, it was cancer. It's in remission. It could come back. I don't know if I could leave her, although she's talking like she want to move. And where do we want to go? Then, you know, like, so I have familial ties that I don't know about. And to be clear, I am happy with our life here. Like, I'm happy here. I'm happy with our house. I'm happy, you know, with our life. So it wouldn't be, so that would kind of be like, we'd have to weigh out the pros and cons if it's worth making the move. Because I'm happy right now. But again, like when you start thinking of planning and what's most practical, it could possibly be a move.
Yeah. And also we talked about what do we want to do together, like once we have the time to decide, like we think we want to kind of figure out a way to go into business together. So we talked about some different things. We talked about real estate. We talked about just different things that we can do as a family. So you know, I'm sure we'll be transitioning into one of those realms in 5 years. I also think like with what I'm doing and the rate that I'm moving with this,
because I was gonna ask like how, I don't know, I'm not really into politics, right? So I'm a little slow when it comes to that. But how could he possibly be a mayor of Albany in a different state?
What we just went to?
So I don't know how he's supposed to be a mayor of Albany in like South Carolina. Like I just don't know if that's possible.
I don't know because I still feel like I'm the acting mayor of, you know what I mean?
Like
my hood in Queens.
In 5 years, he'll be the mayor here. So I don't know how he could possibly move. Like I don't know how many terms he do as mayor, like 2. So was that like 4 years? So you got to wait.
I don't think there's term limits on the mayor.
Oh, see?
Jennings was the mayor for as long as I can remember. I don't think there's.
Right? Yeah. That nigga who couldn't see. Yeah. See, and we can see his future. Yeah. So see what I'm saying? So I'm just asking. I don't know if he could be the mayor of Albany living in like Greensboro or some shit.
Then next thing you know, he'd be the mayor of Greensboro.
What's the name of the
my show go on the road.
Sound as cool.
My show go on the road, baby.
Yeah, 732 don't sound as cool as 518. Have a 732 great number. You got any questions for me?
I just sent you.
I asked the one you said. They don't got nothing. She's with whatever. He's the one that don't really do much. So just get him to jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
You can get him to jump out of a plane. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done it?
I have not, but I would.
Oh.
Yeah. didn't even want to be on the plane.
I mean, let alone let the door open, hanging out the edge of it.
Like, I definitely want to try like the iFly. You ever done those?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I would do that.
Yeah,
Fact. Yo, turn the shit off, man. It's stupid.
Now, I wouldn't have even thought that he would do that. Like, I would have.
You think that, but we talked about that. We've driven by it before, and I said I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you recall us driving by it?
I know we drive by it.
Yeah, I do it. You got a question?
Yeah, no. Because every time I ask one answer, then you think of another one.
All right, and we still got to talk about what we did.
Oh yeah, I was getting
on the actual anniversary.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about the tour. That was the tour.
Yeah, the tour was because I didn't even know y'all was going on tour.
Yeah,
which is a whole nother thing. But on the if he hadn't been made another state, like what would be like a state that you would want to move to? And I know you probably don't even think about that. But even what were somewhere you might want to move to?
Right now, the front runner is Tennessee. And I say Tennessee because, like I said, there's several states where they don't tax your pension, they don't tax your income. And that's what I'm looking for, something where a fixed income will go farther, cost of living is lower. So with that being said, it is funny because also my mother's like, oh, we should move where we're moving to. My aunt, who's like my best friend, she kind of like, I think I'm done here. I want to move where we're moving to. So we kind of started talking about it. So the states that don't tax is Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Nevada, and there's one in New England. I think it's like New Hampshire or something. Whatever it is, I wasn't even interested because it's some snowy. We ain't doing that. So
yeah, out of everything you just said, Tennessee is the only one I would really.
Florida. Well, for me, Florida is too crowded. Like I know everybody from New York is moving to Florida. My aunt don't like the politics in Florida, so she's like, no. I wouldn't mind Texas, but my uncle said absolutely not because it's an open carry state and they crazy out there.
I can't live no.
Yeah, so he said no to Texas. Nevada, like who really lives in Nevada? Are we going to Reno or Vegas? So that kind of left me with Tennessee. And I feel like somewhere in that Nashville area is probably cool. So so that's how I came to that conclusion.
Clearly, it's all above my pay grade because the women been talking about it. Fuck these names.
Well, I did ask you if you'd be willing to move.
Like I said,
if you're happy, he'll figure it out.
Facts. And listen, more than half my life, 90% of my life been a road game. So I learned a long time ago that my show go on the road, and that's why I tell everybody, like, I don't care about no logos. The hashtags is cool and all of that. But at the end of the day, I'm the brand. Like, I'm me wherever I go. So that ain't about nothing.
Yeah. Back to the tour.
So the tour.
The tour.
It wasn't a tour?
It was some moving.
So like I said, we was in Atlantic City, New Jersey, left Friday morning, like 5 a.m. to get back to Albany. Got back to Albany for the rest of Friday. Saturday, I had the event at the MVP Arena. Mm-hmm. Sunday morning, we wake up and drive back to Jersey. This time, we go to Edgewater. In Edgewater, we go have. What time was our
brunch?
What time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock brunch at Haven. Haven is a cool restaurant, like right off the water. It sits right off the Hudson, so you looking across the water at the New York City skyline. It's dope. The food I enjoy. I got the breakfast sandwich.
I got the chicken and waffles.
You know what I mean? I thought the breakfast sandwich was good. I had to put a little bit of salt and pepper on the egg in the sandwich, but it was like some egg and some special kind of turkey, something with some bacon on it. No, it was good.
Mm-hmm. The waffle turkey, the chicken and waffle, the chicken was really good. Like they had it in like a buttermilk batter fried, so it was like flaky. It was good. The waffle left a little bit to be desired. They could have just put a Belgian. It was something else. The waffle was just okay. But it was good still. And like they have like a prefix menu where you pick an entree and you get two, either mimosa, Bellini, or Bloody Mary. So we had the drinks.
Y'all ever had a Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Why?
I've seen a white girl make it, and they had celery in it.
I try almost everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no thank you.
I like
I've seen it
too.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, no thank you.
Oh, you tried one?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, no thank you. And yeah, I'll eat some tomato soup, but no, that's about where we at.
I like V8.
Huh?
I like V8.
Oh god. So yeah, so we went to Haven for the brunch. We left Haven and went up the block to the spa. How you pronounce it? Sojo. Went to Sojo Spa. And that was cool. You know what I mean? It was a dope experience. Go in, we check you, get your information. You gotta take the shoes off. Like you go through the line, you gotta take your shoes off and put your shoes in the locker, and it's over for shoes.
Shoes and socks the whole time. You went there with your bare feet up.
No, and they do have some like grippable socks that you can purchase that you can wear. Yeah, you're gonna be the only one in there wearing them.
Everybody else got their toes.
Yeah, everybody else got their toes out, and I mean, it's a couple.
It's more
if we were sitting there, 400 people walked by me, I seen 4 people with socks on.
Oh wow!
Is that like?
So is it more experience without the socks?
I mean, it just transitioned you from here to there to there to there. Like, yeah, because I mean, it's so many different things. So it's like you go into one pool, we go in the pool. We got the little circle where it's hotter in there. The water hotter in there, but you come out of there and it's mad different jets, massage jets that hit different parts of your body in different areas of pool. So you go over here to this one and you put your hands on the little hand sensors, bro. When I tell you these two faucets start forcing water all on the back of your shoulder, boy, yo, but it feels great. And like you can lean forward to get lower on your back, and oh my god,
that's just the one pool.
And that's just the first one. I mean, and it's just I'm like, yo, I need one of these in the house. This feels so good.
It's not like look, where it's like rough. It's just
oh man, and it's a nice temperature of water. It's crazy. Then you go to the other one over there, and you put your hands on it, and it's the jet on your feet. This one over here hit your lower back.
Or the one where you sit down.
This one over here, you sit down and hit your hips and your arms and all of that. Boy,
and that's all one pool.
And that's all in one pool.
You got to go to the other side where they got the silk pool, they got the waterfall, like that shit.
Yeah, the what's the infinity pool where
we went to the infinity pool.
Yeah,
we didn't. So we missed some of the outdoor pools because
it started
thunder and lightning. And they shut the outside down, and it's like there were some things we wanted to hit that we didn't get to hit, but we did do the charcoal sauna.
Yo, 180 degrees is 84. Was it 184 degrees?
I walk in and play people laid on the ground because every time I walk in, they be on the ground like this. I'll be like, yo.
So we were laid on the ground. I got me a block laid on the ground too. But you got to be quiet in all the saunas. So we in there being quiet. But other people walking in, and we see their reaction to walking in. They like, oh. So the one couple, they walk in, and I'm like, boy. And he like, what is this? I'm like, yo, man. I'm like, yo, now I know how Spanish food feel under them fucking lights.
I went to like the 140 joint. I'm like, all right, this is hot, but I can take this.
Nah, that black charcoal joint is crazy. Mm-hmm. And we didn't even go in the ones that was higher than that because we felt that. We ain't going none of that because we felt it. But we did come out of that and go into the ice room.
Yeah. Wow.
It's ice on the wall, fam. When you do this, it's ice. Like vanilla ice, baby.
But it felt good coming out of that 180 room. So then, like, we really like just transitioned over.
Yeah.
We didn't do the hot stone bed.
No, that looks stupid.
It's nice,
bro. I don't.
No, it's nice. I've done that.
Yeah, especially like coming out of the saunas and stuff, like laying on them, that shit feels good.
Like
then they have the volcanic sand where you go get buried under sand. We ain't do it. I don't like sand. We just had this discussion. She said she wanted to do it.
The moment you go in there, you're gonna be the biggest spectacle. Like I did it, and everybody, because it's right where you eat at.
Yeah.
So everybody stops eating and just crowds around the glass.
But bro, because it was raining, everybody in here, and it's like 10 people in there.
It was me and 3 other people in there. So you had niggas on the glass like we was monkeys. I'm like, damn.
Nah, it was like 10 people in there with the little kimonos on.
Yeah, that shit's alright though.
But you put the little kimono robe on and they bury you in the sand. And like if the sun in your face, they put the umbrella there to give you some shade. And then we went and sat in the other little quiet room where you sit in the little reclinable chairs, but we had to try not to go to sleep because, like you said, we'd start snoring. We start wilding that out. And the little shorty keep walking around with the quiet beat you paddle. Yeah, she got the little beat you, the little she got the size Sigma 5. She got the Gamma. She got
my first time there. It was the old white guy, and he was gone. I said, "Oh, this is where we can sleep at." Good 2 hours because there's no time with it. So
yeah,
good Z.
But after we started raining, we tried to go back in there. Like it was single seats, but we'd had to sit away from each other.
Yeah, that shit dope.
And then we left that after a few hours and drove to Cava in Connecticut, where they have a Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant to where you walk in and you see the candle, you see the scroll scripture, one of the rooms to the side with the tables in there. It looked like you outside in the village. Like it looked like all the houses and stuff like you out in the village. But the other one looked like you in the castle. The chandeliers was magnificent. It had the beautiful staircase going up. They had the 2 dolls of the Beauty and the Beast, like life-size Beauty and the Beast standing over, looking out the door. Nah, it was dope. They was playing the music. Nah, it was really cool.
Food was good.
The food was good. What did you do?
I got the surf and turf, so I had filet mignon, and they had lobster ravioli. The filet mignon, they cooked it perfectly, and the lobster ravioli was smack. Like it was really good. And they gave like also a side of like garlic mash and some seasonal vegetables. I enjoyed my food. It was good.
Yeah.
And the 6 cheese
garlic bread
smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was so tired. I couldn't even eat on my food. Like, so I had got chicken parm. I ate some of it, but some of it is upstairs right now. Because I was tired. It was a long day, especially just coming off the MVP Arena event the day before, a week of Atlantic City the week before. Like, it was, yeah. And let's be clear, the one day I had in between that, I had a headache the whole day, so I really couldn't rest. My head was pounding. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. It was a great experience. It was some good food, but it was a lot. And then even the drive back home is like now after all of this, you still got another 2 hours and some change before you home.
And I kind of like, because I'm always coming up with stuff, planning stuff, coming up with grand ideas of what we need to be doing. So I'm like, babe, what you think about this? And I kind of knew it was going to be a lot because you think it's a 2-hour drive to Jersey. We in Jersey for a couple hours. It's a 2-hour drive to this place in Connecticut. We there for an hour and a half, and it's a 2-hour drive home. So, I mean, I don't have a problem driving. So we outside, we out here.
It was dope.
I looked at some hotels. I kind of started with it, and I was like, I don't know. I think like we could just come home because I knew that we were just coming off being gone for a week. Like it's cool to be away, but I do like sleeping in my own bed.
I will say this: I'm from the back of the hood where they put the tag at, right? So when we at the spa and most of the pools are shut down, we don't really care for the saunas at that point. Like we ain't paying for no massage and none of that. So we like, yo, I'm like, yo, babe, you want to just leave? We kind of was waiting to see if it was gonna stop raining. They was gonna open the pools back up, but I'm like, yo, babe, we can leave. Like, I know we're gonna get there a little early, but I'm okay with getting there early and taking a nap in the truck since we can't get a chair. Like we got a nice size truck. We throw these seats back and get us a nap in the truck before our reservation. So we get there, we kind of in the truck chilling, listen to music. I kind of put on my smooth, relaxing playlist that I normally use for my fitness class when it's time for them to stretch. I put on a nice little melancholy playlist. So I put that on. And then she just said something about getting in the back seat. And I agree, like, you know what? Not even because, the truck big enough to get comfortable in the front, but the sun was coming through the windshield with the way we was parked. I'm like, yo, we get to the back seat, at least it's some more tint. It's a little darker. You know what I mean? But we got in the back seat, and then she was like, you know what, babe? This parking lot don't look overly packed. I'm like, oh, you think they let us in? Because it's 7:10. I reservation at 8 o'clock. I'm like, we can go in and see. And we went in and they said us. Yeah. We didn't get our food to 8 o'clock anyway, but fact. So we end up. So I definitely was gonna take a nap in the truck between that and that. But yeah, we ended up just going in the restaurant early and getting seated. And, you know what I mean? It was dope.
Yeah.
You do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole tour?
Yeah. It's a lot.
The whole tour is tough. But I would do each thing again separately.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was all the things that I love. Like the brunch, love me some brunch. Bitches love Bellinis. I love that. and then the spa.
He said, I'm getting that shirt.
The spa is my love language. Like I love hot tubs and massaging and relaxation. Love it. And then
she told me when they took her before the wedding or her bridal thing, they booked her an hour and a half massage. I'm like, the fuck? For what? An hour and a half is crazy for somebody to be rubbing on you and no nut come from it. That's crazy.
My thing is, I always feel like when I'm getting a massage, I don't even know if I'm getting my money's worth. I don't know if I'm getting my hour and a half because I fall asleep 10 minutes in.
I was about to say the same thing. Like if I go to complexions, I'm asleep within the first 15.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the one on the road.
Okay.
I'm asleep within the first 15 minutes.
Do they stop?
Nah, they keep going.
You think I hope they keep
I
going.
hope so. I wake up and
feel like they be like, okay.
They
be like, okay, you're done, honey. I'm like, oh, I'm done.
So the lady said all the time, oh,
look,
you snore.
We got a massage table upstairs in the room. I give her a massage and then I go lay down and leave her up there. She can get down when she figure it out. No.
But now I think about it, they don't be finishing my whole hour. It was how you were 30 minutes. You go
an
hour and a half of massaging is crazy.
Hour and a half,
bro? Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Hour and a half.
Like 45
90-minute massage. Yeah.
I used to like 45 minutes. Anything after that?
I feel like when we went to
no, I'm only gonna enjoy 30 minutes.
I think it was definitely 60.
Because it was a whole thing. It was like,
but there's a time for the massage. Like there's a time. Like all those massages have time.
Yeah,
it was definitely like at least 60, but I think it was 90. I'm telling you. Because we went to Spa Miracle, but we went to the one in Skinny Atlas, and
and we got the couples massage. We shower and get in a little bathtub, and they had some chocolate covered strawberries and stuff in the room for us. And then they come back in the room, lay y'all on the table, give y'all separate massages.
I did a couple massages before, but I didn't know there was no that.
Yeah, this is called. It's called the art. It's called the Art of Loving.
No, it was 2 women, right?
2 women.
I had a woman.
Like you can request what you want. So I picked and I requested that he get a woman. I don't care what I get.
See, this was a contention in my relationship, and maybe if it was married, it wouldn't have been. Shorty books the massages and was like, well, there's only one dude left, and I didn't think you wanted him to be with me, so I gave him to you. So I ended up with the dude, and she got the girl, and I'm like, wait, honestly speaking, that's his job. You could have took homie. Like, so we get like, why? How you?
Yeah, see, I don't think he would be comfortable with that.
That's exactly. You know, now we got there.
So
when we got there, she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna go with." I said, "Whoa."
So I'm always like when you book, you specify what you want. So I'm like, for him, it has to be a female. I'm like, for me, I don't care. I'm like, you can give me whatever you have left, but like,
man, I said, hold on. So him if it was me, we might have got through that. I don't think I ever recovered from it. Because I always looked at her different.
Now, all jokes aside, I think I could deal with it.
He got stronger hands.
You play sports.
Because I played sports and because I've had injuries and I've had trainers and stuff massage different cramps and stuff out the back of my leg and all of that. And it's not like if you've never gotten a massage, like your idea of what it is probably incorrect because it's really nothing sexual or sensual about it. Niggas do that shit because they just trying to get some pussy. Yeah. So niggas all in between places they don't gotta be.
They gotta get the job done. Strong hands.
Huh? So that's my thing. Like I've never it be times I come in from playing ball and I be sore. She be like, babe, you all right? I'm like, oh, so she's like, you want a massage? I'm like, hell no. Like that shit make me hurt more. Like even after the massage, like I was like my muscles and stuff was agitated more than relaxed. Now maybe it's some like reverse therapy shit that we agitated so much that once we stop agitating it, it's more relaxed than when we was agitating it. So
no, I know
because like that'd be my thing sometimes. Like you jam your finger, right? You pull it and bend it more, like make it hurt a little more. Now when I stop, it don't hurt as much. Right, so maybe it's that type of thing with the massage, but yeah, I never felt like I felt better. My body feels good now. Nah, no, thank you.
I've got 2 massages.
Add more pain.
Yes,
like
yes, add more pain, and then the other pain you was feeling ain't as bad.
Yeah, so I can do this.
Show yourself it could be worse. What else? That's all y'all got.
I like to check with Fifth Element singing together.
Oh yeah, he said the chick from Fifth Element was singing together.
Yo,
she
said
she had flu and this and
nah, she said nah, she a pretty girl other than all that clown shit. Crazy.
Nah, she was pretty.
Nah, she was pretty.
It was just a lot. It was just she had on like some moo cow dress and like the jean jacket and it was a lot. But
cow dress and jean jacket.
It was like cow pattern. It was black and white. And then she had on like denim boots and yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm sorry.
Work spouses. How do you feel about work spouses?
I'm not bothered by it.
Triggered all that. Triggered back in.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by it.
What do you mean you're not bothered by it?
Like if you were going to work every day and there was some female who y'all happen to be close or whatever, or she helps you at work or whatever the case may be, yes,
you cooked dinner. There's leftovers.
I cooked dinner.
No, she cooked dinner.
No, I cooked dinner.
But she cooked dinner this night. There's leftovers. Can he bring her lunch? Like, can he bring her some leftovers as lunch?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I'm like, especially if we know, like, if we ain't gonna eat it now, if I put it aside for myself, no, you can't take it for her. But if it's an abundance of spaghetti in this pot, and by the end of this week it's gonna get thrown out anyway, please take it to somebody. Like, like.
And like I said, my thing for me is something that I ask myself that makes it simple for me, right? And when there's a discrepancy in the answer, I know I got to check myself because it's an insecurity. Would I feel a way if she did the same exact thing for a female friend or a female coworker or a random female in the store? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, my wife is never going to feel a way if I hold the door open for a pretty girl, because I'm going to hold the door open for an ugly girl. I'm going to hold the door open for a dude if he close. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So that's what I asked myself. Like, if she took food to Shantia, would I feel a way? If no, then why would I feel a way if she took some food to Keith? I wouldn't. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and if I did, I got to check myself and ask myself why I feel that way. Ask myself if it's something that I'm lacking in the house that makes me feel like somebody can infiltrate what I have. So I don't be bothered by that type of stuff.
That means some snaps. Anything? You got anything else? I say the rest of mine for next year. Can't give it too much.
How you feel? Good?
My ice cream question was a good one.
Just about your
Ice cream
bedtime.
question was good.
Yeah, anything that you can think of?
I think, I think we did a good job. I think we did a with the help.
You know what though?
What's
I
up?
feel like I did kind of want to touch on it was like one of Pooh's questions kind of got sidetracked. I know it had to do with like marriage and is it important and blah 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 blah. So like I gave the reasons why I think that it's important. It is so like underrepresented in the Black community, and like you really get to see all of that when it comes to like wedding etiquette. Like there is such a thing as wedding etiquette, and it just comes from a place where like you don't know what you don't know, and our people just don't know. Like, and when you start looking at other cultures and like marriage, the union, and then like marriage, the actual ceremony and all that is viewed and is dealt with and handled, we gotta do better. And it really comes down to like, look at how people nowadays go all out for baby showers. They are spending wedding money on baby showers.
Baby showers have open bars.
Because there's no, because you know what it is? Because it almost seems like it almost seems like for a lot of people that's the culmination. Like that is it. Whereas once upon a time you would think that, you know, young girls dreamed about being married and I know that's what I always dreamed about, like the wedding and the wedding gown, all of that. Everybody really just dreamed about what they're gonna do for their baby shower. So, and whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, in today's culture, marriage in two-income houses very much dictate where you fall class-wise. If you're upper middle, low, like it matters, and it's just sad how like in our culture it is just almost non-existent. So like like I do feel like with our actual wedding, first of all, we had a dope wedding. Like yeah, like I have yeah, we had a dope wedding, but I was glad that like for a lot of our friends it was their first wedding. I'm glad that we were able to do that for them and kind of show them how it should be done. Like what it should.
Well, it didn't matter.
Huh? What happened?
Can I say I've been hating?
What?
Because
I
met him like a month later. So it's like that's why I'm hating, because honestly, I thought that was going on year 2. So it wouldn't have, if it was 2 years ago, it's like I don't, but we meeting a month later, it's like damn, missed out on fire wedding.
So yeah, like what were you saying? What didn't matter?
Nothing. Like I was running around even before it happened, calling it the wedding of the century. And to me, that was solidified when Uncle Benny, who's almost been here for a century, said it was the best wedding he's ever been in. So
that's pretty damn close. And the reason I even asked that question to begin with, which it wasn't even necessarily on my list, but what happened was somebody called me and I'm like, I'm in the middle of interviewing my man for his marriage anniversary. And she responds and says, "Congratulations. I'm good on that though. I'll never experience marriage." And like,
listen,
this is somebody who's 33.
At 33, I said what she said.
Like
At 33, I said that.
But this is like because I've had this conversation with her a few times, right? So she will do the ceremony, she will do the reception, she will do all of that. She's the paperwork is the whole
and we discussed that as well. Like we discussed because, like I said, we was all the way okay with not getting married. But we did discuss like a celebration ceremony or something just to, celebrate us. So I'm not mad at none of that.
I think it's sad. I think it's sad, and not like any knock on any particular person who feels like that. Because at one point I felt like that, but it was coming off of like some previous bitter experiences. And even now, looking back, I feel sad for myself for having felt like that. It's just unfortunate that we live in a time where something that really can be beautiful is viewed as with so much negativity and so much doubt and so much, you know what I mean? And I get it because of the high divorce rate. But
I don't think
it's like, but it's like now that's like you go into it expecting it not to last, and it's.
But can I ask you a
really
question?
sad.
Can I ask you a question? You say it's sad, and I get that, but do you think that it's marriage per se that has a negative outlook, or do you think just as people, like just the level of trusting other people is at an all-time low? Like nobody trusts nobody. You don't trust that people
because I
are
feel
who
like
they show
I
you.
feel like the real root of people's reluctance to marriage is that lack of trust, is that the semblance where like people don't believe that you can really find one person, commit to that person, be in love with that person, and spend the rest of your life with that person. People don't really believe that. But I think that.
But how realistic is that?
I think
for everybody.
I think it would be more realistic if people approached it realistically.
Was realistically because we have something that's unique. Like we have something that's built on love, communication, trust. But let's not pretend that that's what marriage was based on originally. Like it wasn't no everlasting, I love you forever. So that's the part that people can't get by. People can't get by the fact that you may have to go through some months where you don't even like this person, but what y'all created and what y'all have and the reason y'all did it is more than your selfish feelings in that moment. So can you put your feelings to the side for the bigger picture? And in general, people aren't putting their feelings to the side for nothing. People ain't making no room for nothing. That ain't exactly what they want or how they pictured it. So, like, marriage was never this happily ever after fairy tale of love. Like, that's what the Disney wrote. But nah, people ain't with that. I'm putting my feelings to the side. Like, let's be clear. A lot of people who like, yeah, my grandparents was married for 50 years. Yeah, because grandma put some feelings to the motherfucking side. Because grandpa did some bullshit too. And grandpa put some feelings to the side too. Because grandma did some bullshit. Even it may have been different bullshit.
It's the same.
So people just can't do that no more. People are no longer willing to sacrifice their own feelings in this moment for a bigger picture and for the greater good. People selfish.
Look at y'all, the epitome. Y'all are married the same day I have, and I'm before. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at y'all, and it's like being at y'all wedding and seeing how my wedding was, it was like, you know, the feelings was there. Y'all shit was close, of course. But me, probably being selfish, was like, look, I'm married in a cardboard box. I'm just like, you to be there. It's about us. But, you know, ladies, they have certain, and I think even like what
You know what
said,
though? The big wedding was for him. The big wedding was for him. I had a big wedding. Like I would have been like I had no fantasies that I had to fulfill in terms of a wedding.
Yeah.
But I felt like our relationship, our love.
Thank you. It wasn't for me.
It was
because you know I didn't need that. Yeah. I didn't need that.
But I didn't want it. I felt like I would have been doing it.
Like, for her to
I would
feel
have been like
it was for her.
It was for him.
It's for both of y'all.
It was for both of us.
It was for it was
y'all love.
It was for
in a grandiose type of way.
It was no. It was from her for me, right? But it was based on, like she's saying now, how she would have felt, right? To have a bigger wedding with the fake nigga and all of that, like that ain't even the real right? You know what I mean? He ain't even the real one. So she at least wanted to do something close to that to celebrate this being the real one. Yeah. But I'm with you, fool. I didn't need none of this. Like, we could have went downtown and did this. Like, yeah, we could have white girl this.
Yeah. But nah, y'all
take me on
downtown. It can be real.
Yeah,
but
so
they give me hope.
Like I said,
but I just feel like one thing that everyone who looks at us and like, oh, y'all dope, oh, y'all give us hope, oh, whatever. Like it was a long time. Like it was well, I always knew he was the one, but still, like we like really have time in, and we really like. It's not like we rushed into it with someone we don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
That's where the hope still comes in, because even if somebody like myself, even if I don't end up with somebody who I've known since I was 16 or 17, I do know that if we have hard times, we can get through it if the end goal is the same. Mm-hmm. If we're on the same page, we can get through it. So the hope is more so of, again, I always use me as an example. Like my dad been married 7 or 8 times, like literally 34 kids and been married 7 or 8 times. So
my mother 17,
15. My mother's never been married. My mother's never been proposed to, so I've never seen that. Right? One of my sisters is married, and nobody else is. So it's very rare that I'm seeing marriage, and then I'm around him constantly. The way he speaks about you, then when I'm around y'all, like just the way y'all are, like that's the hope. The hope is, even if you find somebody and shit get rocky, like as long as the love is there, you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm sure if she don't like me.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of time, like,
but
she don't. There might be days when she don't like me, but every day she loves me. So what difference? Right? She might not like you every day, but
hey, bro, I don't even need her to love me every day, because it's days I don't love me. So I get it.
But that's the days you be actually.
No, but I'm not saying that it's okay if those days cross paths. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what happens. Like on them days when I don't love me, she kind of picks up on it and pours into me more, right? But like I said, because I go through them days myself about myself, I understand. It ain't like I'm confused, like, oh, I don't get it. I get it. I get on my nerve too sometimes. So, and like when we talk, we don't have no big fights, no big riffs. I should be little shit. I should be. She call herself not talking because she mad that I'm mad. You be talking again. You be talking again.
We get mad. And we get mad because they mad, and then they mad because we mad because they mad. It's like, yeah, that's just, you know what? Go to sleep.
Is that needed?
Huh?
Is that needed?
What?
Type of grip, even if it's made up.
don't think it's needed. I don't think it's needed, but I think it's natural because we're still two different people. To no matter how much we love each other, that don't mean we're gonna agree on everything and see everything the same way. Like we've been raised different, like our background is different. That's one of the biggest things. Like it's certain like how we was talking earlier, right? Like there was X amount of burgers done, and each food took a double burger, and I'm like, yeah, I would have never because it's not enough for everybody to take a double burger. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have never did that because of how I grew up. Like now you had to have consideration for the next person. You can't go in here and eat half a tub of ice cream and it's 6 people in here and ain't nobody else getting none. You know what I'm saying? Like that's inconsiderate in accordance to how I was raised. So, but I also understand that everybody didn't grow up in that same house. So that's actually the conversation we had of like how we all grew up and what was what and who could. Yeah, it wasn't no 6 boxes of cereal open. No, when you finish that one, you open the next one. We not opening 4 juices. Which one you want to open? All right, we'll put this one into the cabinet. It just wasn't that type of free for all.
I had whatever I wanted. I have whatever I wanted. Yeah.
I'm a child. Sometimes I want this.
Yeah, I
But,
could. Yeah,
it's all pepper.
I got whatever I want. Like if it was in there, eat it. If you eat it,
go stale and get thrown away.
If you eat it all,
yo, but that be the thing. Like, it's listen, and I'm not saying it was right. I'm just saying what I was accustomed to. Because you get in trouble either way, right? You get in trouble if you eat it, because as soon as you eat it, somebody was looking for it, or you get in trouble if it went bad, because now it's why ain't nobody eat it. Holy shit, right?
After a month,
but nah, like I said, so it'd be more like frustrated differences than riffs, right? Like the way they tie the bread back drives me crazy. Like, why not tie? Like, there's a whole company that send out 9,000 things of bread with the shit twisted this way. Like, y'all gotta twist it some different way.
The way he told me the truth, y'all are upset. I would rip the bread down the middle.
A whole shit would
be insane.
Y'all don't put the bread tied back the way
it would be on. It would be a sandwich.
Y'all do some other wrap around, keep wrapping it around shit instead of just wrap around once and twist it like the whole like it comes. Y'all don't do that.
Yeah, you tie it all the way around. Yeah, that.
Like I still haven't figured out if she hold one side and just wrap the other side, or if she just keep doing this shit. Like, yo, like if you don't just wrap this shit one time, twist it twice, we out.
See, we got on that because I say the moment I get in the house, the
He
moment
just
I
throw it
open the
away.
bread, I throw that shit right in the trash. Like the moment I open the bread,
My mother throws it
goes in the trash because I could spin it, I could fold it under. I got options.
Yeah, my mother throws it in.
But to spin it all the way around,
I do hold it and wrap it.
like a ponytail.
Oh my god.
Shit crazy, bro. So that shit is crazy. What?
I'm gonna go home and try it.
Oh my god.
What? How the crazy shit like that, right? Crazy shit like no.
I'll just think about it.
But I gotta take it because if I say something, I'm nitpicking. Because at the end of the day, right? Does the bread being wrapped like that really affect my life? But it's
How
crazy.
bad do I need to stay with it? How long do it take to unwrap?
Yo,
Like, am I really hungry?
Yo,
30 seconds to unwrap.
crazy. Like, and she got my son doing it. They both do it. So now I'm the weirdo in the house for tying the shit the way the whole company do it the way it comes.
Now I'm the weirdo because I tie the bread the way it goes. Yo, wrapping that shit like a ball. Like it's shit like that. Like it's shit like that where that is a rift in the crib.
No, chill. Come up. Y'all my guys. Y'all come over here often. Chill. Y'all my guys. Y'all come over here often. How often y'all come in here and my wife's shoes is right there? Like convenience wins every time, and her convenience trumps every motherfucking thing. Including injury. She'll go fuck who break their ankles. Her shit's gonna be right there. Work boots. Yo, the work boots is 300 pounds right there because that was the most convenient for her. Fuck you if you trip. You should have been looking. Like, babe, you gotta put the shoes right in the middle of the floor. Like that's like some little kid with their skates every day. I gotta tell you, get your shoes out the floor. Nope, but they're just gonna be right there. As soon as you open the door, oh shit. What
they call it, a wet room or whatever it is.
A mud room?
Yeah, we roll that shit right
Look,
there.
I gave her the shoe rack and all that. She put the shoes she don't wear on the rack. So she can put the shoes she wear in the middle of the floor. Like this shit is crazy.
Yo.
But is it worth beefing about? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Or do you just swallow it when it really bothers you? You kick them to the side some, but you gotta keep pushing because it's a bigger picture.
Is it worth fighting over, right? Because then, like, again, I'm not married, but in like previous relationships, my thing, I've said it a million times, I'm not getting into an unmade bed. So, I will, if the bed is not made, I'm making the bed, and then we can get in and lay down. But I'm not getting into an unmade bed. And that used to drive my ass absolutely
Then guess
insane.
What? Your ass won't be getting in bed here because made or unmade, she gonna fuck it up. The cover is never how it's supposed to be.
No.
That should be twisted. The feet be at the head, the head be at the feet, sometimes to the side. But listen, but this is the thing, right? Because we different heights, right? The blanket worked for her no matter which way it's twisted.
But you can't have that shit out.
Hell no. Now that shit at my calf, the shit at my shin, my feet all out the bottom like the Flintstone car.
The tag, it don't work. You keep the tag on the blanket, right? The tag goes in the bottom left corner. It's the easiest way to remember. Put the tag in the bottom left corner.
No, it don't matter where it started.
But hey, look,
bro, because 90%, let me be clear, 90% of the time we don't go to bed at the same time. Like she's a much earlier sleeper than I am. When I come into bed, I know it's some bullshit if I hear this. Oh, babe, I don't know what happened to the cover. Well, nobody in here but you.
You want somersaults in the bed.
Because she changing temperatures. She get hot to get cold to get hot to get cold.
So
when she pull cover, she don't care where she pull from. She just grab cover, pull cover. She don't care what corner she grab. She don't care if it's some sheet with it or not. Nah.
You thinking that the shit reversible, shit be all every other way.
Right.
This piece on this shoulder right now.
Bro.
Like, nigga,
And then I'm so OCD that I need, and it's not just the cover, it's everything in my life. Like, I need symmetry. I need order. Like, when I eat, I want every bite to taste the same. Like, I don't want this bite was good, but this bite wasn't that good. No, I want consistency throughout it. When we go get pancakes, I cut my pancake in perfect triangle before I even start eating. Like, my chicken, everything. Like, I need order, structure. Yeah, like.
I was in the car until it's done. Like, I was going to the bathroom until this thing's done.
We get pancakes. I'm slapping some syrup. I'm cutting. I'm eating. Not this guy.
Because now I want to get. Look, I want to get. Bro, because now I'm stabbing. Right, look. Yo, fool, I'm stabbing some pancake and then fold over that little triangle and then get a little. Because now I also done cut my sausage up into some triangles. The patties, I'm getting a little stab of that. So now I got the same. Yeah,
I'm only laughing because I do the same shit.
I like the
weirdo that did that type of shit. Like, I need
bro, that's why I said what I said earlier about the bread. I'm not eating the ballpark hamburger buns with no bullshit hamburger patty. That's like you put an Oreo on a.
It
was not everything, but that's why I doubled the.
Yeah,
it was like trying to put a Skittle in the middle of an Oreo.
The way you cut the pancake, the sausage gotta meet that one, and if I cut the egg, it gotta meet that one too. Like,
yeah. So,
but
that's old nigga. When I get old, I'm
and that's everything. So I said that to say, like, I'm the same way with the cover. Like, I don't want blanket with no sheet in between. The blanket, I don't care how nice a blanket, it don't feel like this thread count of the sheet. So I need that coolness of the sheet. So if I got blanket, but the sheet ain't there, I'm uncomfortable. I gotta try to slide the sheet over with my like you gotta grip it with your big toes and try to pull it over to the side. Like it's just...
See that second sheet, that shit right in the trash when it comes. I don't like the fitted sheet. I'm more like the other one. Put that shit somewhere else.
That defeat the purpose of getting good thread counts.
But that's why I'm 1,500. I'm the 1,500 guy.
But I want to be in the sandwich.
That. I don't understand that extra sheet. Again, when I get old,
because it feels better on my skin than this blanket do.
It's a blanket on your side sheet.
Copy like
a duvet.
That's what I was gonna say, but that's different. A duvet's kind of blanket sheet, but it like
no, it's
the
like
blanket go in it.
The comfort
it's like a sleeve.
goes here.
Mine is like if I flip it to the other side, if I'm cold, it'd be, you know what I mean, I'm warm. But then, like you said, the coolness, it's got like the sheet, like material on the other side.
Yeah. Well,
I never heard that one.
No, that's 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think we gave them enough. Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Coop back there. Shout out to Fu. You know what I mean? He was here, he left, and he came back. And we appreciate everybody that tuned in and was watching, everybody that was in the comments. Shout out to y'all. We see some congratulations. That was dope. We appreciate y'all.
I gotta go make the bed.
Yeah. You feel me? Yo, Beauty and the Beast. I know what's going on. 1 year down, big anniversary. All about us. We did it. The Alexanders. Out.
I'm not getting to